Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Allegheny Morning Live. I'm your host, Tyler Dickin, and today is Friday, August 30th, and looks like for lunch we're going to have a choice of spicy chicken patty sandwich, chicken fajita with rice, and chicken fajita salad with rice, and of course a PB&J. Okay, I got one small announcement today. Students who plan to attend the Les Mis field trip in November, please make sure that you turn in your money no later by this Friday morning. If you signed up during last school year, you will get a paper showing how much you owe. See Madame Kellemeyer in room 264 at the end of the English hallway to turn in your money. Okay, that's all for announcements, so I'm going to give it over to Eric Kirshner with the weather.
Hi, today will be mostly sunny with our high temperature getting up to around 84 degrees and our low temperature tonight dropping down to 62 degrees. Tonight will also be partly cloudy. Some patchy fog will also be possible tonight and tomorrow morning. Look towards the weekend. Tomorrow will be partly sunny, nice with our high getting up to around 80 degrees. However, rain chances do return tomorrow night as the clouds fill in. It's a very slight chance tomorrow. However, it looks to be a pretty good chance of thunderstorms on Sunday and a fairly good chance of showers and possibly some storms on Labor Day, and then clearing up before we go back to school. So it looks like Sunday and Monday there's going to be a chance of storms. It's not the most significant. I haven't looked towards if there's going to be any severe. It's a little bit too far out. Update on Tropical Storm Dorian, actually Hurricane Dorian. It is a Category 2 hurricane with winds up to 105 miles per hour. It looks like it's going to be making its turn west and impact South Central Florida around that area. The track and it's a place where it's going to make a landfall is still pretty uncertain, but they are saying National Hurricane Center is forecasting winds possibly up to 140 mile-an-hour sustained winds with higher gusts, which is going to be very catastrophic for Florida. And then once it makes landfall, it's going to slow down. And then the big question is, does it turn into the Gulf and then possibly refire back into something else and hit some areas around the Gulf, or does it turn up the coast? But it's going to be very slow making that turn. It's going to be very sad for Florida. That's all I got. Stay tuned.
Thank you very much, Eric. Let's just go ahead and send it right over to David Miller with sports.
Today in Allegheny Sports News, we will continue our fall previews of volleyball, which will consist of interviews with Coach Stewart and Jocelyn Chaney.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Stewart and I coach girls volleyball.
So how do you feel going into this upcoming season?
I am super excited. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of team chemistry, and I think things are going to go well.
Do you have any predictions for this upcoming season?
Again, I think that they're going to do very well. I think that they may struggle, but in that struggle, they're going to come together and be a better team in the end.
And then the hard one, what do you think it means to be a camper?
To be a camper. To be a camper is to be that good teammate, to be trustworthy, to be that family away from your blood family. And when you see struggles, you think of how you can fix them and how that you can help and be that family away from home.
Jocelyn Chaney, I play volleyball and I hit outside and right side.
How do you feel going into this season?
I feel pretty confident. We have a lot of strong players and a lot of girls that can work well together.
Do you have any predictions for this season?
We don't really have any predictions, but we're going to play hard and show everything that we have.
So what do you think it means to be a camper?
Tradition, pride, and loyalty.
That's all for Allegheny Sports. Back to you, Tyler.
Thank you, David. Okay, just to finish off this week, we're going to do one more installment of the Hot on the Spot with John Toothaker.
welcome to Hot on the Spot, the show where we ask on the spot questions while we eat something hot.
I don't think I have really a whole.
Today we have Miss Stark, the new environmental teacher, and the hot is this I found at Sheetz. It's Reaper Ranch tortilla chips. So do you want to go in depth on your environmental classes? Like what will you be teaching?
Oh, what will I be teaching? I have 2 AP Environmental Science classes and a General Environmental Science. And then I have 2 Honors Biology and 1 General Biology.
Where were you before?
I was at Fort Hill High School for 12 years.
So what do you think of this new facility that we have as Allegheny?
I think it's beautiful. I'm actually an Allegheny grad. I went to the old high school. And so I think this new facility is beautiful. And I feel very lucky to be able to teach in such a nice place with such great, like I have a greenhouse, such great equipment at my hands and technology.
What's the starkest change that you've seen?
It took me a minute. There's no central air at Fort Hill, so I'm kind of a big fan of central air. None of my former teachers taught at Fort Hill. Here I have several former teachers.
Is there anything you're looking forward to this year in terms of teaching?
Well, when I was at Fort Hill, I took my students on several years worth of Chesapeake Bay Foundation field trips where we go to an island. So we would go to an island right beside Tangier Bay and we would stay there for the weekend and do full-on environmental science, marsh mucking, crabbing, oystering, the whole 9 yards, just learning all about the Chesapeake Bay watershed. And so I was able to sign up for that field trip for this year. So I hope to be able to take a group of Allegheny students there.
What's your favorite TV show?
The Office. The Office is my favorite TV show. These are starting to get a little hot.
What's something you've been meaning to try but just haven't gotten around to?
Kayaking. I want it in like a whitewater kayaking. You are pounding those chips.
It's pounding me. You know, people say there's 2 types of people in this world, like some who can handle spice, some who can't. What do you think those 2 types of people are?
Well, I think it all comes down to people who like Bill Nye the Science Guy, people who don't.
It went down my throat. What do you spend the most time thinking about?
Oh, well, honestly, environmental issues.
I finished my side, so now I have to eat a pepper. Oh, please continue. What do you hope never changes?
I hope that students your age never lose hope, because especially teaching a class like environmental science, sometimes it can be a little bit depressing when you learn about all the destruction that's going on.
Yeah.
I think sometimes maybe even whenever you take a class in social studies, it can be a little depressing, hearing about previous wars and maybe even current conflicts. But I hope students never lose hope that they can make an impact and a change in the world, and that things are never as bleak as they seem, because we always have the ability to affect change one person at a time and one action at a time. And I firmly believe that, and I hope that students continue to believe that as well.
Well, this has been Hot on the Spot, AML's hottest show. We hope you have a good morning. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. Okay, before we finish off today's episode, I just have one little trivia question here. Okay, so this week on Hot on the Spot, John had our 3 new teachers as his guests, all of which happen to be Allegheny School alumni. Now, this week's trivia question exactly how many teachers in our school went to Allegheny. And this is the total number of teachers, not including the support personnel. Okay, if you have an answer, stop by Mr. White's room between period 1 and period 2 to be the first one to answer correctly, and you get these super sick earbuds. Okay, that's going to be all for this week on Allegheny Morning Live. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great day.